city. But now we take you downtown where Police Chief C.J. Davis is getting ready to speak.
All right. All right. So good afternoon, everyone. And we are here to provide an update on crime. Thank you all for being here. And the good news is that crime is down again. That's a direct result of the tireless work being done by every employee of the Memphis Police Department. Our men and women are continuously working to reduce crime in our city. We're seeing real, consistent, meaningful reductions in violent crime throughout our city. And while the data tells one part of the story, what matters most is that people in our neighborhoods are starting to feel the difference in their homes, at work, and as they raise their families here in our city. So far this year, murders are down 15%, aggravated assaults are down 14%, burglaries have decreased 21%. This isn't just a short-term trend. The success we're seeing has been building steadily month to month over the last several months. Compared to 2 years ago, overall crime is down 34% in the city of Memphis. Murders are down 27%, aggravated assaults down by 14%, and burglaries are down a record 35%. In fact, we are now seeing results that surpass what we achieved even 5 years ago. As stated before, this progress is the result of hard work, focused strategy, and strong community support, and it speaks to the dedication of the men and women of the Memphis Police Department. Their unwavering commitment to our city is making a real difference throughout. And I want to thank each and every one of them right now for the work that they continue to do every day. With 6 months left in 2025, I'm confident we are on the right track as we continue to roll out robust crime reduction initiatives. We will remain laser focused on the small segment, that small number of individuals who continue to commit crime in our city. Whether through Operation Code Zero, Rolling Thunder, the Domestic Violence Prolific Offender Initiative, our Aggravated Assault Initiative, and our Fugitive Unit, which continues to remove violent felons from our streets, we are keeping the pressure on those individuals who are driving crime in the city of Memphis. We've shown the strength of collaboration this year as we build on our strong partnerships. Our federal partners are stepping in to help us further the work we've already begun. Together we're proving that when we combine our focus and strategy and strong partnerships in one direction and precision policing, we get real results. Today, we're also implementing an important operational shift that we are announcing throughout the city to better serve our residents. A few changes to precinct boundaries affecting 4 of our police stations. These changes impact the Airways Station, Appling Farm Station, Mount Moriah, and Tillman stations, and are designed to strengthen community relationships and improve response times. If you live in Appling Farms, in that area, you may now fall under Mount Moriah or Tillman Station. A portion of Appling Farms has been moved into 2 other stations. If you're in Tillman Station, in that residential area, you may now be served by Airway Station. So please go to our website if you want to see more specifics. That would be at www.memphispolice.org. Let me close by saying this. We still have work to do. We know we have work to do. We still have individuals in our city who continue to commit gun violence, as we saw this weekend. And we still have conflicts amongst individuals that even the Memphis Police Department can't intervene in. However, we're committed and we are dedicated to doing the work that we can proactively do. And we are doing that in order to build a stronger and safer Memphis. So now I'd like to turn it over to Deputy Chief Webb Kirkdoffer, who will speak about our safety plans for the 4th of July. Chief Kirkdoffer.
Thank you, Chief Davis. Thank you again, Chief Davis. Good afternoon, everyone. As we head into the 4th of July holiday, I want to take a quick moment to remind everyone of a few important safety tips so we can all enjoy the celebrations responsibly. First, regarding fireworks. Shooting off fireworks within the city limits of Memphis is illegal unless you have a permit. If you are in an area where fireworks are allowed, we urge you to please use extreme caution. Never allow children to handle or shoot fireworks, and always have an adult present. Only use legal fireworks with a manufacturer's label and follow all safety instructions. Light one firework at a time, move away quickly but safely, and never light a firework that did not go off. Keep a bucket of water or water hose nearby in case a fire occurs, and never throw or aim fireworks towards people, pet, buildings, or anything that is flammable. And please, please avoid using fireworks if under the influence of alcohol or any drugs. We want to also be very clear. Firing guns into the air inside the city limits of Memphis is dangerous and illegal, and what goes up will come down. Don't take that risk. For those spending time on or near the water, always have adults supervising children around any pools, lakes, or rivers. Make sure everyone, especially kids and inexperienced swimmers, are wearing life vests. And with this heat, always remember to stay hydrated. MPD will also have our summer safety plan in full effect throughout the city this weekend. You'll see increased presences on Bill Street and across the entertainment district, as well as events at Timely Park and Liberty Park. We'll have uniform patrol, special operations, RTC, and other units working together to help keep everyone safe. We want everyone to come out, enjoy the celebrations, and experience all the Bluff City has to offer while you're out and having a great time. We want everyone to come out, but please remember, don't leave valuables visible in your car, leave your weapons at home, and most importantly, come out, have a great time, and stay safe. Thank you.
All right, now we will take a few questions on topic.
Thank you.
So we are in communication, as some of you came to a press conference that was held about a month or so ago, a couple of months ago, with the U.S. Attorney, the interim U.S. Attorney. We are really focusing on ensuring that cases that meet the federal threshold are prosecuted federally. We see too often that the same individuals committing violent crimes, we're not getting as much success as we would like in the prosecutorial process. So we are really focusing on ensuring that we can take those individuals through the federal process, and we can sort of shut down this revolving door of individuals or repeat offenders. We work with our federal partners on a day-to-day basis. We have ongoing investigations with the ATF. We work with our marshals on a regular basis. We have some very robust fugitive types of operations that are ongoing. We talked about Rolling Thunder and the sequel to Rolling Thunder as well, where a few hundred individuals that had outstanding federal warrants have been apprehended. We're working with the ATF on gun crimes, because gun crimes continue to be a problem in the city. Any cases that we can build where individuals are using prohibited weapons, Glock switches, extended magazines, all of those cases will be pushed to the federal court system. So we are also looking and having conversations with the FBI and other federal partners to help support some of these federal cases and even get more support for the prosecution of federal cases here in our area. Thank you.
Aaron, David, nephew.
So this is part of moving that perception. We didn't have press conferences on a regular basis like we do now. We are really trying to get honest, factual communication to our community members, not just through press conferences, but also through other streams, social media, and so forth. You know, we're out in the community on a regular basis. I hear from some of our community members that say they feel safer. They know when we have a rash of stolen vehicles and when it's gotten kind of quiet. We're not going to ever say that Memphis will not have crime. There were shootings and homicides in Atlanta this weekend. There was a homicide in Nashville this weekend. We don't want to be compared with other cities. We want to get to a point where we don't have to talk about homicides in our city. But we are certainly speaking about far less violent offenses than we have had in the past. We've had weekends in Memphis before where we had 11 homicides in a weekend. We have moved away from that. We're not where we want to be right now. We are still working on how do we intercept violent crime. And it really takes not just an enforcement effort on our part, but it also takes an effort from all of our, private sector partners, 501c, philanthropic groups, our county resources. There's a myriad of individuals involved right now in how we reduce crime in the city. And it's not just from a law enforcement standpoint. So, good question.
Box 13.
So what we try to do, and the messaging that you get through our PIO, is to put clarity on various types of offenses. What we want to do is make sure people know that certain incidents are not random. When it is random, we really want to get on top of that, and we do. But many of the instances and scenarios are people who know each other, conflicts that have risen to a volatile level, even just this weekend, individuals that know each other, interstate shootings with people who know each other. And what we are trying to do is help our community members, not just those that are watching this, but those that might be vulnerable to being involved in it. Find some other way to resolve conflict. Guns in our city has taken crime to a different level. And unfortunately, we can't control, the laws that allow people to carry weapons. And right now, far too many people are carrying weapons and trying to resolve conflict through gun violence.
News Channel 3. 24, sorry.
Hi. We have great leads right now, and I'm not at liberty to really give specifics, but just like many of our cases, there are a number of different tips. There are a number of different tools that we use in order to identify people, and we are working all of those angles, and we do have good leads. Yes. Absolutely none. Thank you.
Hi, Chief. Going back to what you mentioned about the precinct changes, how does that affect public safety?
So from time to time, it's important for police agencies to really assess population growth, businesses that might grow, and the movement of population where you don't have maybe near as many residents as you may have had before. And we haven't had sort of a deep dive assessment in the city of Memphis for many, many years. So the beats that were established back in the day, decades ago, may have been appropriate for that particular time and space, but as population has changed, as demand has changed, as businesses have grown in certain areas, it becomes arduous for us to continue to have the same number of officers in a space where we, quite frankly, need either more officers or might need to slice off an area of that particular precinct and move it to another precinct so that there's more balance. So that's the reason why we did an assessment, a study on our beats. And so some of our wards have changed, which is a smaller segment of, the overall precinct. Some of the wards were cut in half so that instead of you having one officer running throughout that entire ward, now you have two. Yes.
What does a normal July 4th kind of look like in terms of the calls that you guys get about times?
So in the midst of a lot of fun on 4th of July and a lot of activity, people are out and about, we get a lot of calls from celebratory gunfire. And as mentioned by Deputy Chief Kirkdorfer earlier, when a bullet is shot up into the air, it's going to come down with the same level of velocity or speed as it goes up. And sometimes unintended consequences happen. And that's why we are really trying to impress upon our public not to be involved in celebratory gunfire. And then some people mistake fireworks for gunfire as well. And being safe with fireworks and making sure that young people who have, firecrackers and participating in various types of 4th of July celebrations, that they are supervised. We have calls about people, driving recklessly, in the wee hours of the morning, the burnouts, the drag racing, and so on. So we plan to have officers strategically placed in areas and eyes on, different parts of the city so that we can proactively curtail some of that activity. Large crowds of young people, and when I say young people, I'm not talking about people who just are having a good time. I'm talking about juveniles that might be minors, 8, 9, and 10 years old. We're a little concerned sometimes when they're out at 3 o'clock in the morning. So these are the types of calls that we'll be responding to and paying attention to this weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you all very much.